From the moment he lumbered onto our screens with a pint in hand and a wicked sense of humor, Nick Frost carved out a place in the hearts of film lovers across the world. And now, years later, he's rewriting everything we thought we knew about him in a way that's leaving fans stunned and critics buzzing. Because this isn't just a return, it's a reinvention. You might know him best from his hilarious roles alongside Simon Pegg in the Cornetto trilogy, especially in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, where he played the lovable, goofy best friend, or from The World's End, where his emotional depth first really cracked through the comedy. But what you're about to witness is Nick Frost stepping into a role that throws all expectations out the window, and it's the boldest thing he's done in years. The story of Nick Frost's rise isn't your typical celebrity tale of auditions and overnight fame. It's raw, grounded, and honestly, a little heartbreaking. Before becoming a household name, he was washing dishes, working at a shipping company, struggling through life after personal tragedy, and battling with a weight of grief that would have crushed most people. But comedy became his therapy, and the screen became his escape. When Spaced launched in the UK, Frost wasn't even a trained actor. He was just a funny guy who believed in his best friend, Simon Pegg, and that trust launched a career that has never stopped evolving. But fame is a funny thing. It lifts you up only to test your limits, and Nick's journey through Hollywood has been one of surviving typecasting, avoiding burnout, and navigating the complicated terrain of being the funny guy in a world that often doesn't take comedians seriously. That's exactly why his newest role, a brooding, complex anti-hero in a gritty psychological drama, is making waves. It's the kind of character that demands everything an actor has, and Nick delivers in ways that even his biggest fans didn't expect. Early reactions are calling it career-defining, with directors praising his emotional range, the press highlighting his physical transformation, and fans calling it the best thing he's ever done. But how did we get from beer-chugging zombie fighter to this haunting portrayal of trauma and redemption? That's where the real story lies. Nick Frost has quietly built a reputation in the industry as an actor who brings authenticity to every frame, someone who doesn't just perform a role but lives it, and that's why producers are now turning to him for deeper, more challenging characters. Roles once reserved for traditional leading men are now being reimagined around Frost's unique presence. This shift didn't happen overnight. Over the last few years, he's been intentionally taking roles that push him beyond comedy, from supporting parts in Fighting with My Family to mysterious cameos in major franchises like Game of Thrones, each appearance a stepping stone to something bigger. But it's this latest film, shrouded in secrecy and wrapped in whispers from film festivals, that's revealing just how much he's grown. Behind the scenes, Frost worked with acting coaches, underwent physical transformation, and even isolated himself from friends and family for months to get into character. The result? A performance so powerful that audiences have been left speechless in early screenings, many of them struggling to reconcile the Nick Frost they thought they knew with the towering, tormented figure on screen. But the biggest surprise isn't just the acting, it's the message behind the story. Frost's character is a mirror for many of his own struggles with grief, identity, and personal loss, making his performance not just moving, but deeply personal. And that's what makes this comeback so magnetic. It's not about fame, it's about reclaiming a voice. In interviews, Frost has opened up about how Hollywood nearly broke him, how being boxed into comedic roles made him feel invisible, and how stepping into dramatic work has been both terrifying and liberating. And fans? They're here for it. Social media is flooded with praise, fan art, and speculation about awards season, while critics are already calling for Frost to be recognized as a serious contender for Best Actor. In a landscape where viral moments dominate attention spans, Frost's journey reminds us of something rare, a slow-burn success story, fueled not by scandal or spectacle, but by pure talent and relentless perseverance. Watching this film doesn't feel like catching up with an old friend, it feels like meeting someone completely new. If you've ever underestimated Nick Frost, or boxed him in as just the funny guy, this performance is your wake-up call. It's raw, it's real, and it's unforgettable. But here's the thing, if you don't watch it, you're missing more than a movie. You're missing a once-in-a-generation transformation. You're missing an artist at the peak of his power, turning decades of experience, pain, joy, and humor into something cinematic and unforgettable. And in a world oversaturated with disposable content, this performance cuts through like a lightning bolt. So don't blink. Don't scroll past. Because what Nick Frost has done here is rare, and if you're lucky enough to witness it, you'll walk away changed, not just entertained, but moved. And that's the magic of Nick Frost's evolution. This isn't just a comeback, it's a rebirth, and it's one you need to see with your own eyes.